rakan-rakan dan para penghuni GRC Pasir Ris-Punggol, Sengkang Barat dan Punggol Timur yang dihormati. Apakah erti pilihan raya ini? Ia adalah tentang masa depan anda, masa depan keluarga dan anak-anak anda. Saya yakin anda akan memilih dengan baik. Dalam masa 5 tahun lalu, kita telah menghadapi banyak kesukaran bersama-sama. Yang paling buruk ialah kejatuhan ekonomi global dalam jangka masa 70 tahun. Kita semua bersatu dan sama-sama bertindak untuk mengatasi krisis itu. Kredit pekerjaan membantu 100,000 majikan dan 1.4 juta pekerja Singapura serta menyelamatkan banyak pekerjaan. Usaha-usaha pemulihan ekonomi membolehkan ekonomi kita melonjak cepat. Kadar pengangguran telah turun. Tetapi saya amat faham dan prihatin akan cabaran kita semua rakyat Singapura menghadapi isu kos kehidupan. Hampir semua barang yang kita gunakan diimport dari negara lain, termasuk barang-barang keperluan seharian seperti makanan dan bahan api. Lantas, kita tidak dapat mengawal harga barangan yang ditetapkan oleh pasaran dunia. Oleh itu, pemerintah telah menggunakan pendekatan yang boleh membantu rakyat Singapura menanangi kos kehidupan. Melalui usaha-usaha ini, sesebuah keluarga akan menerima sebanyak 3,000 sampai 4,000 dolar pada tahun ini dalam bentuk rebate, geran dan bonus pertumbuhan. Kami harap semua usaha ini akan membantu mengurangkan bebanan keluarga-keluarga kita. Pengalaman 10 tahun menunjukkan bahawa banyak krisis yang tidak dijangkakan boleh berlaku. Kita mesti terus mempunyai pemerintah yang kuat dan mantap serta rakyat yang bersatu untuk menghadapi masa depan yang tidak pasti. PAP mempunyai program bagi bersama menjamin masa depan yang akan membawa kita maju ke hadapan. Ia adalah program komprehensif yang akan membawa lebih banyak pelaburan, pekerjaan dan pendapatan yang baik untuk rakyat Singapura. Meningkatkan mutu kehidupan rakyat berpendapatan rendah. Menyalakan potensi terbaik setiap anak melalui pendidikan. Membantu warga tua kita agar terus aktif, sehat dan sentiasa melibatkan diri. Marilah kita menjamin masa depan kita bersama-sama. Undilah pasukan yang anda boleh percayai. Undilah pasukan yang telah berkhidmat kepada anda. Undilah PAP. Terima kasih. Pasir Ris-Punggol 集选区 Sengkang 西 Punggol 东的选民和朋友们，大家晚上好。大选是为了什么？是为了你的未来，你的家庭和孩子的未来。过去5年，我们共同面对许多困难。就业补贴协助10万名雇主和140万名新加坡工友，并保住了许多人的饭碗。我们的经济措施让我们的经济能迅速地好转，但我了解国人担忧就是生活费高涨。我们几乎所有的消费品 包括食物和能源，都是进口来的。我们只能接受世界上的价格。政府决定一系列的另外的方式，来帮助我们的国人减轻这个生活费高涨的问题。我们为需要援助的家庭直接提供帮助。通过这个措施，今年一般家庭将从回扣、补贴和成长花红中获得3000到5000元的利益。我们希望这能帮助大家减轻一点点你们的生活负担。过去10年，我们已经面对了好几个大的危机。我们必须确保有一个强大与稳定的政府，以及团结一致，才能克服未来的难关。人民行动党有一个口号，就是风雨同舟，共创未来。这将让全体国人一起进步。我们将吸引更多投资者和在新行业，来提供更多好的工作机会。我们将协助工友接受再培训，确保孩子接受更好的教育，更加关注国人的医药保健问题。请大家投票给更美好的未来，投票给你信任的团队，投票给人民行动党。谢谢大家。Dear fellow Singaporeans, friends and residents of Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC, Siglap, my beg your pardon, Sengkang West and Punggol East. We haven't posted him out anywhere, don't worry. What is this election about? It is about your future, the future of your children, your families, and your grandchildren. In the last 5 years, we have faced together many difficulties. We had the most severe global downturn in 70 years, and many countries like Iceland, Ireland, collapsed completely. But we stayed united and took decisive action to overcome the crisis, and we were able to do so quickly and rapidly. We had jobs credit, which helped 100,000 employers and 1.4 million Singaporean workers save their jobs. The crisis was so serious that for the first time ever, we had to draw on our reserves. And all Singaporeans understood and realized why, over so many years, we had to build up our reserves. Now, however, the opposition parties seem to have forgotten why we need the reserves and how the reserves gave us comfort and confidence during a period of crisis, and they now want to raid the reserves for all kinds of clever ideas. To them, $60 billion is small change. Do you know how many zeros there are in 60 billion? There are 10 zeros in 60 billion. That, to the government, is not small change, because that is the hard work and savings of many generations of Singaporeans, which should not be treated so lightly. Our economic measures allowed us to rebound quickly and grow 14.5% last year. probably the highest growth rate in the world. Unemployment has come down to below 3%, while many other countries still face unemployment of 10% or higher. And the worst part is unemployment for young people in these countries is usually twice that, 15, 20%, which means 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 6 young people can't find a job. Whereas in Singapore, whether you come from IT or poly or university, you come out 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you have a job. You can progress. Even though the economy has recovered, we are still facing the effects from the very sharp downturn and then upturn of the economy that has taken place in just a short space of 2 years. Who could have known that the economy was going to go down into such a deep dive 2 years ago and then swing back up so sharply within such a short space of time? This has obviously caused some dislocations in our economy. I understand the concerns that Singaporeans have over cost of living. We are doing everything we can to help. But almost everything we consume is important. Food, energy, and we are not able to control the prices of these items which are set on the world markets. Even countries that grow food or produce oil cannot continue to subsidize these items without causing serious damage to their country's budget or to their economies. So the Singapore government has adopted a different approach to help Singaporeans cope with the cost of living. Instead of subsidizing the goods, we give subsidies, rebates, grants, top-ups, and growth bonuses directly to families and individuals. And this is a more effective and direct way of assisting especially the lower income and our elderly Singaporeans to cope with the pressures of life and the strains of the cost of living. Through these measures, a typical household will receive $3,000 to $4,000 of benefits this year from various rebates, top-ups, and growth bonuses. We hope that this will help lighten the burden for our families and ease their concerns a little about the cost of living. One example is the USAVE and SNCC rebates in 2011, which will benefit 800,000 households from lower and middle income families. And this is in addition to the rebates that were announced in 2007. Adult Singaporeans will receive growth dividends of between $100 to $800 this year, and most will receive $600 to $800. And this is because of the very good growth that we enjoyed last year. Older Singaporeans have to be particularly taken care of, and we have remembered them. Their main concern is healthcare. And older Singaporeans aged 45 and above will receive between $300 and $700 each in their MediSave accounts. We hope this will help to reduce the burdens and the worries they have and their families have over medical costs. We have also helped lower income workers and older workers to get jobs, to keep jobs, and to encourage them to do so, to encourage employers to employ them, and to reward them when they work. The WIS is a good example. Not many people know that WIS helps 400,000 Singaporean workers each year with income supplements. WIS provides lower income and older workers an extra $2,800 more per year as take-home pay and to help build up their CPF accounts. And this year, as a special bonus, workfare recipients will receive an extra 50% WIS for work done in 2010 and an extra 25% for work done in 2011 and 2012. All this sounds very complicated, but I give you an example. A 55-year-old worker who earned $1,000 per month last year will usually have received $2,100 in WIS. But this year, because of the special bonuses, he will receive $3,150. What that means is he earned $12,000 last year in total. He will get $3,000 more in WIS. That is an extra 25% of income as an encouragement and a reward to keep working. I would also like to take this opportunity to address the concerns of middle-income Singaporeans, because middle-income Singaporeans say, oh, what is in the budget for me? Well, for middle-income Singaporeans, there is an income tax rebate of 20% capped at $2,000. So what it means is that the main beneficiaries of the income tax rebate are our middle-income Singaporeans. And there will be a personal income tax rate reduction for middle-income earners for 2012 income tax year. We have also increased the CPF employer contribution rate by 0.5% to reach 16%. And this will benefit all workers. But we've also raised the income ceiling by $500, from $4,500 to $5,000 per month. Again, all this is very complicated, but if you take it together, you take a beneficiary who is earning $5,000 a month. When you take these two together, such a person gets more than $1,200 per month of extra CPF because of these two things. Sorry, more than $1,200 per year of CPF because of the rise in employer CPF and the rise in the CPF ceiling. So we are also making sure that we look after our hardworking, middle-income Singaporeans and make sure that they too get their share when the economy does well. These are not short-term measures, but these are long-term parts of the structure of our economy. The WIS to encourage older workers to continue working and to reward them. Low tax rates so that when people work, they get the benefit of the salary of the work so that they're encouraged to work hard, earn more. Instead of, like in the Western countries, where you have high tax rates and people are discouraged from working. The experience of the past 10 years has shown that many unexpected crises can develop. You just look back. This is 2011. 2001, who could have imagined that aeroplanes would crash into the two tallest buildings in the world in New York City and bring it down? And then we will have two wars. Who had heard of SARS? But it shocked us in 2003. And then we had a collapse of the financial centers in the most developed countries of the world. The countries that were trying to teach all the rest of the world how to run their economies and their finances, and they collapsed. Who could have imagined that? And these were crises one after the other. And not to mention natural disasters. We had earthquakes and tsunamis in Aceh, now in Japan, volcanoes going off, blocking off flights in most of Europe. So, can we be sure that the path will be smooth for us in the future? Who knows what challenges and crises we will face in the coming years? And that is why we need a strong government, a stable government, and a united people to see us through any challenge that may come. And that is why we need your support and we need your vote for the PAP to maintain this strong and capable government to lead us through the challenges of the future. We have a comprehensive program for everyone in our manifesto to help lead the country forward, to secure our future together. It is a comprehensive program that benefits all Singaporeans, young or old. We will bring more investments and good jobs to Singapore in new industries such as biotechnology and financial services. Yes, and manufacturing too. We want manufacturing in Singapore. Many hundreds of thousands of Singaporeans are working in manufacturing jobs. I'm the advisor of the United Workers of the Electronics and Electrical Engineering Industries. And I speak to the employers and our workers and our unions. I don't want any of them to lose their jobs by manufacturing going away somewhere else. We will help our workers to retrain. We will make sure that our children get an even better education and that your health concerns will be attended to. And we will make Singapore and Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC and all our estates even better places to live in, vibrant and enduring homes. And we will also attend to your concerns today, the burning questions that you have about cost of living, jobs and income, housing, immigration, healthcare, and aging. While we cast our eye on the long term, we also remember the worries, the concerns, the issues that all Singaporeans face in the short term. And we try and do our best to help you, to lighten your burdens, to help you own your homes, to help you look after your parents and grandparents, to help you build strong families, to help you bring up your children and educate them well. And this is all part of your program. My colleagues and I thank you for your support. And we ask you for your support again to make the lives of our residents even better in the coming years. So do vote for the party that you trust, the party that you can depend on to secure your future. I will now ask my colleagues to tell you a little bit more about what we have planned for you in our towns and what their aspirations and hopes are together with you as fellow Singaporeans. So thank you very much and vote for the PAP.
Thank you, Mr. Teo. Thank you. We would like to invite Mr. Michael Palmer on stage representing Punggol East SMC. Welcome, Mr. Michael Palmer. 大家欢迎伯某先生。We would now like to invite Mr. Michael Palmer to address us. Mr. Palmer, please.
My fellow Singaporeans, dear residents of Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC, Sengkang West SMC, and Punggol East SMC, friends, a very good evening to all of you. 大家晚上好。我们并不是陌生的面孔，你已经认识我们。在交谈中，我们用心聆听你们的心声，你们也给我们很多很好的建议和反馈，让我们把白沙、板鹅、盛港和后港变成一个引以为荣的社区。这几天，你将会收到白沙板鹅集选区和板鹅东单选区的选言册。选言册里记录了我们过去5年成就的事项和未来5年的远景。为了确保白沙板鹅集选区和板鹅东单选区的运作不受影响，白沙板鹅市政理事会将会继续管理板鹅东。市政理事会会继续不断地提升它的服务水平和提高维修数字。最后，请自问，人民行动党有落实我们在2006年的竞选承诺吗？当然有。你可以信靠人民行动党吗？当然可以。我们不会辜负选民的委托。谢谢。Friends, thank you very much for taking the time to come and listen to us this evening. I stand here as the PAP candidate for Punggol East SMC. I stand here with my comrades from Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC and Sengkang West SMC. I apologize for being late, but I had other events that I needed to attend, And after this speech, I will have to also take my leave as I have other events planned already. But I thank you again for coming to listen to me today. To all residents of Punggol East and Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC, we are not new faces who have recently appeared in the area. You know us. You know me. Right or not? You know the PAP team. Over the last 5 years, and for some of us, for much longer than 5 years, we have worked hard for you. We have spoken to you. We have listened to you. You have been kind enough to share your thoughts and wishes with us. Many of you have given us constructive feedback and suggestions, and we have acted on them to make Pasir Ris, Punggol, Sengkang, and Hougang a home to be proud of. Over the next few days, all of you will receive the local manifestos for Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC and Punggol East SMC. They will set out in detail what we have accomplished for you over the last 5 years, and with your continued support, what we intend to do for you over the next 5 years. Based on our engagement with you, these are some of the main improvements we've made over the last 5 years. We've opened the KPE and the Buangkok Drive link. We have expanded the network of covered linkways and connectors from your blocks. We've installed new playgrounds for children and upgraded existing ones. More residents' corners, senior citizens' corners have been developed. We've opened the Sengkang Sports Complex, and we will open and have opened the linear park along Sungai Serangoon and Punggol Promenade, with many new eateries and activities. Going forward, you can also look forward to many more improvements to the area that will add value to your homes and your lives. The Pasir Ris-Punggol Town Council has been looking after all the amenities and facilities in Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC, which previously included Punggol East. If you elect the PAP team for Punggol East GRC and Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC and Punggol East SMC, the Pasir Ris-Punggol Town Council will continue to oversee and manage the estates and facilities of both Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC as well as the newly carved out Punggol East SMC. I will be appointed the Town Council Chairman if re-elected, and this will ensure a seamless continuation of service without interruption or any transition period. The Town Council will keep on striving to improve on its service standards and levels of maintenance for the good of residents in the whole area. In this election, Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC and Punggol East SMC are both being contested by an opposition party called the SDA. Now, in the 2006 election, Mr. Desmond Lim led a team from the SDA to contest in Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC. They had not worked the ground, but appeared about 7 weeks before polling day. Mr. Lim said then that even if he did not win, he would continue to work the ground until the next election. Did we see him? After SDA lost the 2006 election, we did not see Mr. Lim again for 4.5 years. In all this time, they did not show up to try and engage residents until a few months ago when election fever began. During the 2006 campaign, the SDA made many promises that they could not have delivered without having the necessary funds. They said they would do and build many things the last time. They have made similar promises this time. During these 9 days, I am certain that you will hear more talk and promises from them. When the PAP makes promises, you know it is not just talk. Thank you. In Punggol East, we have another opposition candidate, Ms. Li Lian of the Workers' Party. Punggol East residents tell me that Ms. Li is a total stranger to them. She has been around even less than the SDA. In her nomination speech yesterday, Ms. Lee referred to her party's platform about a first world parliament. Her only handout so far is a message from Mr. Low Tia Kiang. What is she going to do for Punggol East? Does she know Punggol East at all? The answer is clearly no. Now, please ask yourself this. Can the opposition fulfill their promises? Can you be sure that they will do what they say? Can you? No! Then ask yourself this question. Have we, the PAP, done what we said we would do in 2006? I also say yes. Can we, the PAP, be relied on to do what we promise? I also say yes. You know us. You know that we are committed to you. You know that you can always trust us to deliver. 请投人民行动党一票。Undilah PAP. Makal Sale Kachiku Vakaliangal. Vote for a better future. Vote for the PAP. Thank you.